In ancient Rome, along the fog-draped banks of the Tiber, a humble settlement emerged. Early kings laid down the rudiments of a unique civilization where the interplay of commerce, religion, and early law sowed the seeds of societal identity. These formative days established traditions and beliefs that would shape Rome's destiny. As Rome's population swelled, its cultural and religious practices began to crystallize. Family values, ritual observances, and nascent legal customs forged a strong communal identity. Civic institutions, though rudimentary, laid the groundwork for later political complexities and the emergence of Roman virtues that stressed duty and honor. Amid these early formations, powerful individuals began to emerge. Ambition and destiny converged in the figure of Tarquin, a man whose imposing presence and promise of grandeur captured the admiration of many. His ascent signified not only personal ambition, but also the hope for stability and magnificence in a young city poised. Tarquin the Proud ascended amid grand ceremonies and lavish displays. His early rule was characterized by celebrations of strength and unity, as well as a promise to protect Rome. Behind the pomp, however, the accumulation of power began to shift the balance, foretelling the rise of a man who would soon let ambition cloud justice and wisdom. With power firmly in hand, Tarquin's rule gradually tilted toward autocracy. His dismissal of the Senate's wisdom in favor of unilateral decrees bred an atmosphere of intimidation. Once seen as a unifier, his governance increasingly relied on fear rather than consensus, a shift that would prove catastrophic for Roman tradition. In a turn that would forever alter Rome's course, a grave injustice struck at its heart. Lucretia, a noblewoman famed for her honor and virtue, became the victim of reprehensible misconduct by Tarquin's son, Sextus. Her tragic end, carried out with resolute dignity amid unbearable grief, served as the spark that ignited a revolution steeped in moral outrage and a thirst for justice. Outrage spread swiftly in the wake of Lucretia's sacrifice. The deep-seated sense of injustice stirred the Roman spirit, uniting citizens across social strata. This collective grief and moral fury gave birth to an insurrection that would soon challenge the very foundations of royal authority, as whispers of rebellion grew into resounding calls for. Emboldened by their shared indignation, groups of rebels began to organize in secret. Meetings held under the cover of night and in concealed courtyards allowed citizens to strategize boldly. Their resolve grew as they prepared for a united uprising, forging plans that would soon coalesce into a formidable challenge against a regime that no longer commanded their loyalty. As day broke, the simmering discontent erupted into open defiance. The citizens, armed with rudimentary weapons forged from wood and bronze, surged forth. Their unified march through cobblestone streets converged on the symbols of authoritarian power, signaling that the era of terror was at its end. From the ashes of despotism, a revolutionary idea took form. The Roman Republic was born, not from the rule of one, but through the collective will of its people. With the dispersion of royal power came new institutions built on accountability, shared governance, and the ideals of civic virtue. This paradigm shift set a timeless precedent. The radical transformation from monarchy to republic laid the cornerstone for enduring ideals that resonate even today. Rome's legacy of liberty, civic duty, and shared responsibility continues to influence modern governance and inspire citizens around the world. These timeless values, born from sacrifice and revolution, remain a beacon of hope for generations.